Hey pedal people, it's ThePedalGuy here. How you doing? Today what we're going to do is we're going to check out the Mooer GE-200. But before we get started, please take a second and click on that subscribe button down there and ring the bell so you can stay up to date with all of our videos. And if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow us so you can stay up to date with all of our activities. Okay, well the GE-200 is a Mutl-FX processor that also includes amp modeling, and it includes cabinets with the ability to bring in your own IRs. Additionally, it has a rhythm machine built in, and it also has a looper built in, and of course it also can double up as a USB audio interface. So if you want to record your GE-200 straight into your computer with your DAW of choice, not a problem. It can definitely be done here. Let's just go through a quick tour of the layout here. We have the master volume. We have the encoder wheel here on the right, which also doubles up as a push button. We have the various function buttons here, including system, save, play. You can assign the control of the tap button. You can work with the signal chain. You can work with the expression pedal. All of that's built in right here on the right-hand side. On the bottom row here, or this middle row I should say, this is where you can turn on and off the various effects or amps that are built into a specific preset. You can also turn on the rhythm section from here, and you can turn it off at will. Now on the bottom here we have 3 foot switches. These two on the left, these are meant to go up and down through the patches. And then on the right hand side, this is the control and tap button. So this serves a few purposes. One can be to set the tap tempo for, say, a delay. Another could be to simply turn off and on different effects and amps within a preset. Now, it is also a tuner built in. You just hold down the 2 tuner buttons, or the 2 foot switches here on the left. There you go. And you have to press them simultaneously, and that loads the tuner. And then there's also a looper, which you just simply press and hold these 2 buttons, and there you go, you're in the looper. So, pretty straightforward stuff. There's also an expression pedal here on the far right, and this can be used to be assigned to just about any of the parameters within a given preset. And well, let's give it a shot. Let's go ahead and turn on the player cam, and let's audition some of the presets that are built into the GE-200. The first one right off the bat is called Sweetie, and this has a nice clean-ish sort of tone. If we want to know what's being used in this preset, just follow the buttons. So in this case, we are using an amp, a cabinet, a modulation effect, and a reverb. If you want to know what they are, just simply press the button, and that will be displayed in the screen here, at which point you can then go in and use the encoder knob to go in and change the various parts of the various parameters, if you will. Now, you can also turn it off and on as well, but remember, if you want to go back to the front screen, just hit the play button, and now you're back. Now, another thing that this preset has in particular is it has the control button here on the far right. You can see that it's blue, which means that there is a secondary set to this. So there's like a clean channel, a dirty channel. So if I hit the button, you can see it's changing color, and now the modulation effect is turned off. There's now a delay that's turned on, and the distortion and overdrive is turned on. Okay, now that we've checked out a couple of the presets from the GE-200, let's take a look at a couple of the other features that are built in. One is a rhythm section, which if we press the rhythm button, let's turn that master down just a tad. There we go. Now if we want to change it, just use the encoder knob, and we have all of these other beats to work with. In fact, there's 40 different rhythms. There's also a looper. As I mentioned before, you just press the two foot switches here simultaneously to launch the looper. Very straightforward, and it functions just like all of the other loopers that we've worked with in products like this. Now, a couple things you can do here on the fly is you can hit the reverse button. You can also go half speed. One of the things, though, that I think is the most powerful feature here is the ability to change the signal chain. So let's go to the signal chain here, and let's get a close-up here of the screen so you can see what's going on. Okay, so now we're up close and personal with the screen here. Let's click on the chain button, and that's going to take us to the graphic interface that represents the signal chain of this preset. Now you have the effects, the distortion, the amp, the cabinet, going into the noise gate, to the EQ, to the mod, to the delay, and then to the reverb. Now what I want to do is I want to turn that effect on, the effects on, and I'm also going to go over here and select an auto wah. All right, so that just gives us something basic to work with. And now I'm going to hit the chain button again to take us out to the front. Now, let's say I wanted the effect to come after the distortion. It's very simple to do. Just use the encoder knob, press, and you can see that there is now a red arrow above the effects, and now just click it one to the right. Before and after. I mean, isn't that cool? That's like ridiculously easy. Now let's go to, say, the distortion. Let's say we want to put the distortion after the amp. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but let's do it anyway. Select the distortion and click one to the right to put it behind the amp. Or, so you get a totally different tone there. Or let's go really weird, and let's take that auto wah and let's put it all the way to the end of the signal chain so that the delay is now being fed into the wah, so you get the reflections are now going through the wah as well. All right, that's the Mooer GE-200. As you can see in here, there's a lot to go on here, and for the price point, again, it's one of those mega values for the dollar. So for more information on this pedal and the other pedals that we carry, please visit us at ThePedalGuy.com. Also be sure to follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great day.